Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us for 20 questions for 2024 with PRC-Saltillo. I want to first welcome you and thank you for joining us today. We have a lot to cover today and only 20 minutes to do so. But so I want to go over all of the great new features, but also answer your questions that can highlight some of those features. PRC-Saltillo is really committed to creating and maintaining high-quality solutions for individuals using AAC. And this year, we wanted to make sure that we made you aware of all the great new things. So who has a question? First question. Yes. That's a great question. Regarding our accents and wanting to be able to use social media, what can you do? Well, we now have the join-in apps available on our Accent 1400-30. You can access Facebook, TikTok. It does require a $15 integration fee, but once it's enabled through your menu, you're going to be able to create buttons within your vocabulary that open your social media apps and allow you to participate with your friends and the world in a way like never before. Who's got question number 2? Yeah. Great. Another great question about privacy concerns and keeping those messages confidential. So in a recent update, we have the privacy mode button action. Turning on the privacy mode and creating a button that allows you to go into privacy mode will cover the message in your message window with just a series of dots until you turn it off or on. This can be great for a lot of things, answering questions, telling jokes, or even sharing personal information, but you only want to share it with certain individuals. So privacy mode is a really great way to make sure that you're communicating what you want to communicate when you want to communicate it. Who's got question number 3? Yay! Awesome. Question about access and using some efficient methods on our iOS systems. We are proud to introduce the Versa I for iOS. So with the Versa I, it's a direct non-insurance fundable solution, but it is the Versa Wrap, a Hero eye tracker, and a mounting plate. This allows you to, once you put that iPad in, turn on those eye tracking capabilities and communicate across apps and across the iOS platform. So it's a great new product, and make sure you stop by the booth to check it out and see it in action. Who's got question 4? Oh, I think it's over here. Oh, right there? Yes, head tracking in iOS. That's a great question. Is there anything new? So head tracking has been available for a while in several of our apps, but we are happy to announce that it is now available in all of our apps. And you can, within those apps, customize your tracking speed, your cursor smoothing, and much, much more. So you can get head tracking on Touch Chat, Lamp Words for Life, and Dialog AAC. Question number 5. Yes. Great. The NovaChat 8.5 and the new features. One of the best new features about the NovaChat 8.5 is the active button. So the active button, in addition to some other features like the easy slide grips, the sleep active case, are really designed to make for a durable and sturdy tablet. It is a military-grade tablet, but the best feature, as I said, was going to say is that active button feature. It allows you to really quickly and easily switch between the chat software and other apps on our non-dedicated NovaChats. All you have to do is push that button. Or how you program it, you can do a long push and select an app, but it's a really great way to efficiently switch back and forth between communicating and interacting with your device in other ways. Who has question number 6? Yeah. Another NovaChat question about the ever curious and needed ability to control and connect to a computer. And we are so excited to say, yes, your NovaChat can now connect to a computer. As you can see on the screen here, our device has a little input stick that connects to your computer and allows you to instantly, once you establish that connection, transfer those messages to a computer. If you have more questions or want to see it, again, you can come to the booth and check it out. But we also encourage you to reach out to your consultants for information, your local consultants, to help you through those issues. Question number 7. Yes? Awesome. Any new resources on implementation support? So PRC-Saltillo is proud to offer a wide variety of implementation supports, from our consultant network to online resources. One of the newest things that we wanted to highlight is Jane's Place on the AAC Language Lab. It is a tribute to our colleague Jane Odom and her passion project for making AAC fun and easy. On the Jane's Place, on the Language Lab, individuals can submit activities to us that will be approved. We have a committee that's going to review the documents, and if they are approved, they will be placed on Jane's Place in order for individuals to download and use them and continue her legacy and mission. Who has question number 8? Yeah. Other new resources on the AAC Language Lab? Yeah, that's a great question. So we have these Let's Teach Core that are a brand new resource. Many of you probably know we have been moving towards PRC-Saltillo and supporting all of our product lines in easy and efficient ways. And that includes Let's Teach Core that now supports all of our vocabulary systems. Let's Teach Core is a great resource for parents, teachers, anyone else new to AAC, and honestly, I wish it was available when I was treating as an SLP. But it's one word per handout. We currently have over 50 of the frequently most used core vocabulary words, and these handouts break down how you find your word, how you introduce it, how do you model that word, what can you encourage, and what do you expect next in the coming steps. So, great handout. I recommend everybody check it out if you can. Question number 9. Yeah. Swinging back to the Accent product line, any other new software features available? Another great one. So the Speak Sentences action was recently released. And it is in response to those consumer needs. So now you can program in those settings and turn on your keyboard settings the ability to speak a sentence once you use punctuation. It will automatically speak that sentence for you. So really great for efficiency. Question number 10, sorry. Yeah. More Accent software updates. What else is new? Well, we have something for you, and that is the volume control, that you can create a button action that will control the volume of your device. Turn it up, turn it down, mute it, so that if you have difficulty accessing the buttons, the physical buttons on there, now it's all available on the screen for you. You could create multiple buttons or put them in one place, but it's really a great feature that's going to give our AAC learners and individuals who use them more control and independence of their device and communication. Question number 11. Anything else that we haven't covered? Yes. Oh, I feel like my slides have repeated here. We just did this. No, but what we have done is symbol updates. Apologies for the slide there. We are constantly updating those symbols to reflect more current and best practices with any vision needs and whatnot. So make sure you are updating your system to get those most up-to-date PRC symbols in your vocabulary systems. Question number 12. Yeah. Great question. On our NovaChat line, any features to support spoken to written word connections and helping bridge that gap? Yes, Highlight Spoken Word is a new feature available within the last year. And what you can do once it's enabled in your application settings on that menu is, as you can see, it's highlighting that word as it's spoken on the device. You can customize this feature, so change the color. You can decide how it's going to highlight words. And it's a really great way to bridge that gap from spoken language to written language and draw attention and give some visual support. Number 13. Great. Another question about new features for the NovaChats and making supporting that device easier, because that is always a concern. So in the 241 update, you have Log Me In Rescue support was implemented and pushed out. This means when you need to call service with an issue with your NovaChat device, and you have Log Me In enabled and ready to go, our service department can connect to your device remotely and troubleshoot those problems and take a look at your device. So it makes it so much easier to communicate and figure out and troubleshoot what is happening. Question number 14. Vocabulary updates that have occurred with NovaChats, a word power on those NovaChats. Whoop. Okay. We do have new vocabulary available in Word Power on those NovaChats. So new vocabulary and consists of story concepts, so a lot more language around literacy, phrases to communicate something's wrong for social communication. Let's is now available on your homepage when you hit that clear button for faster, more efficient, easier communication. And there's also a whole category regarding, it's called private parts. Really important language to be able to talk about and communicate is now available within Word Power. Question number 15? Yeah. New vocabularies or languages that are available. Well, what I was showing you on the screen is Lamp Words for Life in French. Lamp Words for Life in the Canadian French is now available, and it's a great addition and a needed system. Speaking of French, Canadian French vocabularies are now standard in TouchChat, the app for our Word Power vocabularies. So French is the big new one. As an addition, we've had Spanish and many of our systems for a while, but French is a great new addition to the systems. Question number 16. Great question. Her question is, what other vocabs or features have been added to support emerging communicators with complicated access needs specifically? And the answer to that is Engage for iOS. Come to the booth. You can also check it out. Engage for iOS is similar if you're familiar with Engage on our Accent product line. This is a similar file, but for the iOS systems. It can really help you pinpoint the vocabulary grid size that you might want to use, and can be used for many more assessment as an assessment tool function. The Engage for iOS is available in both symbol sticks and PCS symbols. Question 17. Anything else about iOS apps that we haven't talked about? Well, we haven't talked about the movable cursor, which is exactly what it sounds like, but available in all of those apps. You can place that cursor exactly where you want it to be within your speech display or your bar or your message window, whichever terminology you use. But that's that's really great. If you make a mistake, you're going to be able to go back to that specific point, edit your message without having to start over again. So it was a Awesome. A question about what implementation supports do we have that are new that can help individuals model in any activity, and that is going to be our TAP strategy. If you haven't heard of the TAP strategy, it is a resource that's been around and supports our calendar for many years, but now we decided to bring it out and make it its own standalone because we really can use that TAP strategy in any activity. TAP stands for talk about it, ask an open-ended question, acknowledge the response, and predict or propel your conversation forward. If you go to the AAC Language Lab, you're going to be able to find that handout with really detailed instructions about how you fill that out and tap your way through anything. Science, math, reading. We hope you have fun and support all those AAC learners. Question number 19. Thank you. A question about unique and the News to You curriculums. If you are familiar with our Word Powerline and NovaChats, you may know that we had files that you could download into your vocabularies, but they didn't always necessarily support recognized best practices. So we've updated the supports for News to You and Unique. I love it. Descriptive teaching, what is that? Descriptive teaching is a strategy that allows AAC learners to demonstrate their knowledge and participate in conversations using core vocabulary. And we happen to have a great new learning plan to learn more about descriptive teaching in depth on the AAC Learning Journey, completed by our very own Beth Wait-Lefevre and Gail Vane-Tatenhove. You'll get 3 hours of continuing education and a ton of great information. Thank you all so much. Any other questions? Thank you.